11 News. Coverage you can count on.
A former funeral home employee who first exposed allegations about pet remains tells 11 Investigates human bodies were also mishandled, and she wants to know what happened to that part of the case.
I just want people to know the truth. I want people to know what was really happening.
Good evening, I'm Gordon Lesh.
And I'm Lisa Sylvester. Funeral director Patrick Vereb is already accused of taking money from families to cremate their pets, then dumping them in a landfill instead.
And tonight, 11 Investigates' Amy Hudak is here with exclusive new details about the other half of this story. Amy.
Yeah, Gordon and Lisa, the former employee told me she actually reported all of these allegations at the same time to both investigators with the state, and we've confirmed both of those cases were forwarded. The Attorney General's office made an arrest in the pet case more than 4 months ago, but we have spent weeks trying to find out what the Pennsylvania Department of State is doing with the allegations involving human remains that some people will likely find even more disturbing.
There were bodies that would be decomposing in the garage. The smell was always bad. If he did try to keep bodies cool in the summer, he would put them in the embalming room and just turn the window unit air conditioning on.
Tiffany Mansourides says she has nightmares about what she witnessed when she worked for Vereb Funeral Homes in Hazelwood and Natrona Heights.
There were humans out on cots in the garage with the dead animals that were just there. It wasn't temperature controlled at all.
She quit and reported her boss, Patrick Vereb, to police. A second former employee also quit and talked to police. She didn't want to go on camera, but tells 11 Investigates she spent hours talking to investigators. Both women say they saw bodies lying on this freight elevator in the embalming room and the garage for days.
So they would be marbling and visibly decomposed at times.
11 Investigates confirmed state law requires a body to be embalmed or refrigerated within 24 hours of death. Mansourides says these invoices show Vereb was charging families refrigeration fees for bodies that were going to be cremated, sometimes hundreds of dollars per person.
He didn't have refrigeration. He would charge people to refrigerate bodies that he wasn't refrigerating.
11 Investigates tracked down Patrick Vereb, who is already facing charges for mishandling animal remains. We found him living with a relative and tried to ask him about the allegations involving human bodies. Hi, are you Patrick? No, sorry. But it sure looks a lot like him from this archived video on his website. His lawyer wouldn't talk to us either. But both former employees say they tried to tell a state investigator what they say they saw, but they didn't have a lot of confidence in him.
He seemed more irritated that he had to spend time with us, and then he cut us off.
Both former employees say there were no follow-ups.
He kept emphasizing that he was getting ready to retire and that this would be a lot of work, and it was kind of uncomfortable and discouraging.
We tracked down that retired investigator by phone. He told us he hired a lawyer but would not give us his name. A spokesperson for the Pennsylvania Department of State tells us their policies do not allow them to confirm or deny the existence of an investigation or comment on personnel. But the agency did say it, quote, encourages any member of the public who suspects a practitioner is violating professional standards and governing law to file a complaint on the department's website. Now, the Department of State says if an investigator believes a crime was committed, they will forward those findings to another agency for the review of charges. In the meantime, Vereb has voluntarily deactivated his funeral license, and we are already hearing from families whose loved ones' remains he handled. Coming up on Channel 11 News at 6, you'll hear from a local family who's now questioning what's in their loved one's urn. Reporting live in the studio, Amy Hudak, 11 Investigates.
Very disturbing allegations. Amy, thank you. And if you have something you want 11 Investigates to look into, you can email our team at 11investigates@WPXI.com.